So how many spear hits would you say it takes to defeat a Slaughterspine? Yeah, I have no idea, and I'm not about to count it or anything. That would be insane. What's not insane is taking down a Slaughterspine using nothing but Aloy's spear, which is exactly what I'm about to do today because I'm totally not insane. Time for Aloy to lady nut up or shut up in this battle to be the most dangerous killer in post-apocalyptic San Francisco. Let's go!
Okay,
What's good, everybody? I did not expect this challenge to be easy. The rules are simple, the task, not so much. All I have to do is kill any Slaughterspine on very hard difficulty while doing damage to it with nothing but my spear. I decided to get a few attempts under my belt in order to get a baseline level of expectation for what this experience would be like. I also decided to do these first few attempts without using any health items for reasons unknown. I was pleasantly surprised when after 45 seconds, this happened. Sorry, that's the wrong footage. After 45 seconds of combat, attempt number 1 ended with me being dead, very dead, in a puddle of plasma. Attempt number 2 ended with another punishing death, but I lasted for 2.5 minutes this time, which is still longer than most men. By the third attempt, I was already questioning my life choices. Getting constantly kicked in the face is fun and all, but now it was time to progress toward a viable strategy. Facing this thing in close proximity for extended periods of time resulted in me taking way too much damage. It simply wasn't sustainable, so I decided to mix in some elements of stealth by hiding in tall grass long enough for the machine to lose me before hitting it with a sneak attack. I attempted to combine stealth and aggression, but still wound up dead, this time to a plasma explosion that interrupted what was an otherwise perfect slide. Attempt number 4 was a lot like attempt number 3. It concluded with me learning a valuable lesson, which is these streaks of plasma explode after a time. It is therefore considered unwise to stand close to them. After 4 attempts, I'd had enough of these trial runs, and I decided to fine-tune a strategy. The first thing I needed was to settle on an armor set, which would give me the best chance to succeed. I did some research and picked the Utaru Winterweave for the task because it has a high melee and a high plasma defense stat. I fully upgraded the armor and I gave it a plus 19% melee defense buff using the 2 weave slots. Next, I turned my attention to Aloy's spear. I finished all the melee pit challenges and defeated the Enduring to get an extra damage buff to the weapon. I also stashed some Milduf's Treats meals in my satchel so I could boost my melee damage by an extra 2 levels for a period of time. With my spear damage and defense stats maxed out, it was time to fight the Slaughterspine again, but not before reconsidering the choice of which Slaughterspine I would fight. The one on the north side of San Francisco is one I thought would work best, since there are some columns there that I could use to my advantage. The next 4 attempts were completed on increasing difficulty levels, ranging from story to hard, respectively. I used these as a way to further sharpen my technique, and along the way, I learned some helpful tips. For example, if I do this, then I can— oh, no, wait, that's not right. Instead, if I approach it like this, I probably won't lose any limbs. Another hot tip is you probably won't contract anything unmentionable if you come at it from this angle instead of coming at it directly from the rear. At the end of the day, my biggest lesson learned is there are no recorded instances of people dying in real life while getting trampled by Slaughterspines, and with that confidence in mind, the stage was set for attempt number 9, with the difficulty back to very hard. I started the assault by baiting the beast over to a patch of grass where I was hiding by killing a watcher in his line of sight. I opened with a silent strike for a solid 660 damage output. The Slaughterspine countered with a tail whip straight through this column, which defies physics, but fair play I suppose given how many defense and damage buffs I've allowed myself to use. Roughly 34 minutes later, our fight ended when I caught a plasma beam to the chest while trying to get in position for an attack. I was basically out of healing items anyway by the time attempt number 9 ended. I had to do something to shorten the battle. I decided I would implement a slight tweak to the strategy. Every time I got ready to consume one of Milduf's treats, I would switch to the Karja Trader outfit. This outfit has the potential to buff the food duration skill by 2 levels, and this means the attack bonus given by eating the meal would now last for a full 15 minutes. Then I would switch back to the Utaru Winterweave after eating the meal. This longer attack buff would hopefully give me the sustained damage output I needed in order to finish the fight before I ran out of healing items. Attempt number 10 was unfortunately not long enough to find out if this change to the strategy was enough to finish off the beast. Roughly 1 minute into the fight, Aloy decided to boldly go where no Aloy has ever gone before, and while I'd love to say I landed this awe-inspiring stunt and lived to fight another day, I did not. And thus the stage was set for attempt number 11. The fight began with an epic fail of a stealth strike attempt on my account, but I recovered nicely for a flurry of damage. For over 40 minutes we fought, each and every skill I had acquired along the way being put to the test. And I do use the term skill lightly. It was more like swinging my spear wildly at anything that wasn't nailed down, dodging like crazy, taking advantage of the critical strike heal at opportune moments, using the fully maxed out overshield Valor Surge when I got into a tight spot, and of course the bravest strategy of all, running away like a coward.
Brave so often run away.
No! But finally, after roughly 43 minutes or one in-game day, the Slaughterspine fell. The dust settled, and I stood alone on the beach, victorious. That was my story of taking down a Slaughterspine on very hard difficulty. If anyone has done something similar, much respect to you. This pushed the limits of what I know how to do with spear combat in this game. I think if I attempted something similar on ultra hard, I'd have to get way better at dodging attacks, or I'd run out of healing items before the fight ended. This was also a refreshing change of pace for me as a creator as I covered Horizon Forbidden West for the first time. If you enjoyed this challenge video, try one of the videos on the end screen as well. And until next time, make it count.